Good morning, this is going to be a Des Moines commentary from me. For GGWP, we have a lot of Des Moines players in the clan, so I thought I'd make this commentary for them. This video is going to be focusing more on map awareness and also game knowledge and knowledge of the terrain in general. Looking at the matchmaking here, it's all tier 10. We have two battleships that can overmatch me all over because Des Moines has the 30mm armor and then the 27mm bow. Or sorry, the 28mm bow, I think. And then we have the Kurfürst and the Montanas that can overmatch my bow and stern only, but not my casemate. So, having played a lot of this map in ranked with this domination spawn in the arms race mode, I kind of know that I have two options from this side right here. I can either open water over here and I can kite. And what that does is that leaves me able to farm if anything pushes through here for free, but that also takes my radar out of the option, or out of the action, and if they are more passive here, then I'm kind of going to be useless up here. Or I can take this position over here, which allows me to push into the A-cap. I can defend the A-cap, I can keep anything from pushing up here by making a crossfire, but the downside of this is that it's a very exposed position if they decide to push up an overmatched battleship up here. I left to take this position though because I want to keep the A-cap. This is a 4-cap game. I want to defend the cap, use my radar, and also because we have two Kurfürsts here, and that's a pretty significant holding power. They can't just like YOLO into two Kurfürsts and assail them, unless these guys kite away, in which I'll have time to reverse and get out of here as well. So we're gonna go on this island. I have RPF on my build. I can know which ships are closest to me. Right now it's the Kurfürst. It's gonna be if there's something on the side of the island, which is the Des Moines right here, then my RPF is gonna switch as well. And just like it does, I kind of drift out too much from this island and get detected. Ideally you would be stopping somewhere around here so your mast is hidden, because you get spotted from your mast area right here, not from your actual guns. So if I hide my mast, I can be undetected. This Kurfürst is kind of overcommitting at the start, so hopefully he gets punished. Loading AP for the Yoshino. I cannot actually citadel him at this range, or it's very unlikely rather, but I'm firing AP because it forces him to angle, and that makes him lose shots on most of my team, which is a benefit for the team as a whole. This Kurfürst is getting punished for his turnaround. With most of his HP, he's already down to half HP. He's kind of trading with me. I'm on double fire. Secondaries do pen me, so that's the problem. Yoshino's also chipping in, but I have a heal, and I can go dark at any time I wish, so I'm not too worried right now. Des Moines has married me in the position. There's no overmatched battleship that I need to be worried about right here. The Thunder is probably he's either gonna come over here or he's gonna go back to his team. I'm undetected now. You can see that once I have my mast hidden, I'm able to go undetected. Now I moved up a bit. This Yoshino, it has direct line of sight to my mast, so he's gonna be spotting me right now. We have the gearing over here. We haven't seen the Holland yet, but we see these 4 torps, and that can mean that there's an Ostergotland here, because Holland has 5 torps. Gearing is spotted out here, but he also has 5 torps as well. So we know for sure it's Ostergotland out here. If my RPF switches from here to here, then I know that I have to radar for the Ostergotland, but right now it's over here, so there's nothing that leads me to believe that there's anything in my radar range. For now, we're down 3 caps. I can see that Holland is going for our B cap. He just rushed our spawn. I'm doing a radar here because I want to push into the A cap to get at least 1 cap, so we're not like quad capped and losing right off the bat. We need to make a play. There's nothing that can punish me, nothing that has a chance of detecting me. I had the preemptive radar before going in to ensure this. The only thing that could potentially be hazardous is like if the Ostergotland suddenly just rushed me, or if this Des Moines radar is in which these two ships would have shots on me as I moved in. But that's kind of a risk I have to take right now because we're being quad capped down a ship and also significant health disadvantage. So the beauty of this position is that I have undetected shots not only into my spawn, but also into the enemy spawn. And it's kind of difficult to dislodge me from here, especially as a Des Moines, because I excel at close quarters combat as a ship. And also because to dislodge me, you have to either go through, go from here, in which I can just use this island and my radar to farm you for free, or through here, in which case my team would be able to like destroy you before you're able to get in here. So we're gonna try and keep this Kurfürst from popping out through here, because if he gets here, then they have broadsides on like half the team, which is a very, very big problem. So we need to put pressure on him, maybe get him to go away, or at least make him lose a lot of HP for what he's doing right now. And at the same time, we're going for the A cap as well. So we just finished capping, and you can see that this the south force on this flank is being a bit more passive. So you can see that if I had like open watered up here, I'd have gotten like some starting damage on the Kurfürst, but then after that I'd be useless and would probably have to turn around. So the Kurfürst is he's losing a lot of HP for what he's doing, which is good, but we're gonna have to take him out of the action quickly so we can retake the B cap. And there's the Holland that we knew was up here. So I'm going to talk about this position for a bit, so you can see that these islands are just short enough for me to shoot over, but also to stay detected. Same with this position over here. However, there's one area, which is right here, in which you can get detected through, even behind the island. This island is too short to shoot. This island is too short to stay detected over. So if there's something like up here, and you shoot, then you can get detected through this island crack right here. So that's something to keep in mind. Now you can see that I'm able to farm the Yamato from here. He's sitting stationary. I'm looking to the right because this Yoshino would have shots on my broadside, so I'm going to angle a bit to him. Because I'm being raided by the Des Moines. You can see that this Kurfürst joins me in the aerodome. So now I'm pretty much immune to rushes until he goes away. Still need to be careful though, in case these battleships might lob shots over the island, as this Yoshino is doing right now. But until this radar dies down, I'm just able to freely lob shots onto the battleships as they push across. The flank on the 1-2 line basically just left. I have the Kurfürst over here with me, and the other one is just kiting. So once this Kurfürst leaves, what's going to happen is that I'm going to be more susceptible to being rushed, because my support on the 1-2 line is gone. Kurfürst, I think, is trying to make a move to dislodge me, but he's on 28k, our Kurfürst is on like 44k. Ours will definitely win that fight, and then also I can chip in with AP as needed. I'm moving up a bit in order to block shooting angles from the Kurfürst. As you can see, I'm going to get spotted soon. I'm being hydrated, but it doesn't really matter because I'd be spotted anyway through this gap. So we have to kill this guy quickly so I can get undetected again. I'm actually in a very vulnerable spot right now until this guy is dead, because we have 3 battleships right up here who have like very easy shots onto me. So I'm going to try and use the terrain to block my line of sight to the enemy. You can see how I'm periodically getting detected or undetected, and that's through this gap here, as I talked about. As you can see, the Kurfürst already left. He's being focused, so he's obviously going to leave. Now, the problem that this causes is that this Yoshino can now come up here and rush me through the 1-2 line for free, and I don't really have much support to stop that. But if that does happen, then I know that my RPF will switch, and I can quickly make a 3-pointer in order to fight him before he's able to rush me and kill me. So I'm being very attentive to my RPF as he goes. Now, with our positioning here, we were able to take A cap, our team was able to take a B cap, and we were able to trade pretty favorably. We're up to like 130,000 damage almost. You can see that I'm firing AP on this Yamato because I know that Des Moines AP is very good against Yamatos. You can see you can get like 5k to 8k volleys with AP, even if he angles. because Des Moines AP is just that strong. You can see the 5Ks coming in, especially on broadside, so it's very good to be firing AP at the broadside, or even if they're angling a bit. Yeah, and there goes that Yamato. I'm gonna move up here, see if I can get shots on the Montana, but he's actually turning out, so I'm not gonna be able to get shots on anything through here. So we have we're up pretty significantly on ships and health, but we're still down on points. So again, I'm looking around, making sure that the Yoshino does not rush me. I'll know if he's rushing me because RPF will switch from the Montana to the Yoshino over here, and then I'll be able to make a 3-point turn and radar. And so Des Moines versus Yoshino. Des Moines will obviously beat a Yoshino in a bow-on fight, but the problem is when he goes for a YOLO rush torp. Yoshino has like 4x4 I think torpedoes, and those are IGN torpedoes, so like it will only take 2 of them to kill me. So you can see that the RPF switches, so I'm immediately doing like a 3-point turn to become bow in to this guy. So the plan is that I can reverse behind this island. I go for the radar in order to spot him. The plan is to reverse behind this island to prevent being YOLO'd. And other than that, I can just angle to him and fight him. I'm going to be able to fire all 3 guns because this is not a Des Moines. He doesn't have the improved AP angles to citadel me if I shoot all 3 guns, so I can get more DPM on him while still being angled. I'm loading AP because he's going to have to be broadside for a bit before he's able to turn in to get here. Now this is actually a misplay on my part. I'm showing a bit too much side, or not side, but I'm opening myself up to be cheeked here, and I'm probably going to get punished soon for this. I'm not sure if I do this, but if he shoots just behind my front guns, then he'll be able to get citadels on me from where he is right now, through the cheek of the Des Moines. You can see I'm doing 5K salvos to him. I'm aiming for, yeah, there it is. So I accelerate a bit to angle, so I'm mixing up where I aim. In order to avoid saturation, I'm doing a few salvos on the bow, doing a few salvos in for the superstructure, a few for the stern, and that allows me to get high damage salvos as he rushes me. And now I'm sufficiently angled and he's not able to AP pen me. So the play for him right now would either to be just YOLO torp, which is what he's doing right now, and I load AP expecting this, and I need to be ready to avoid torps. So luckily I'm bow in already, because I knew this would be a possibility, so I'm getting ready to dodge the torps, and we're looking for that gap. The gap is open and we can just take it for free. And now we can see that this next closest target is the Montana. We're up all 3 caps, we're about to win. I cannot take this Montana down in a brawl. There's like 0 chance of that happening, so the only option left for me right now is to ram him. I have 20k HP, this guy's on like 50k, so it's a worthwhile trade. I'm just gonna go in, stop right here, and wait until he gets close enough so that he can't turn his guns in time and I can just like ram him. So he proxy spots me and load AP for a few AP salvos on the bow, maybe get some salvos onto his Conqueror as I ram, and there we go. He can't turn his guns in time to kill me, so yeah, there we are. So we effectively killed 3 ships in exchange for our 1, and we had enough impact to turn this game around from what it was at the start. And from here it's just going to be our team finishing off the cylinder as he goes to his inevitable death. So you can see that through game knowledge and knowledge of how the terrain works, we were able to make use of this island system in order to turn the tide of this game in our favor. So I hope this commentary on using the terrain with Des Moines was helpful. If you would want to see more of this in the clan, then feel free to let me know in Discord or wherever you feel fit. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Have a great day.